Hello and welcome back to Love Spell. Last time I left you on kind of a bad note there. And we're back at this choice now. I kind of don't know why I didn't immediately notice which one is, of course, the good, quote-unquote good choice. Why would we have gotten the gun if it wasn't? I guess what confused me was that the witch said something about using the gun like correctly, and yeah, only one of these choices includes the gun, of course. I don't know. I'm still new, obviously, to this video recording stuff, and yeah, my brain doesn't work properly in it, it seems. I still need to get used to it, calm down, and yeah. So, this time we're actually going to make use of the cute pink gun and try shooting Valentino. I see. Well done, child.
Well done, you shot someone. Hey.
Without even consciously processing what's going on, my body leaps into action. Just before Valentino pulls the trigger, I've already pulled the trigger on my own gun and watch as the Heartseeker's bullet pierces through the back of his chest. Marcello quickly turns around, hearing the gunshot. His alarmed eyes lock with mine before lowering to see Valentino, who is now on his knees, gripping his chest in pain.
You again. What the hell have you done? Valentino!
As Marcello approaches the writhing Valentino, I leap forward to grab his arm and stop him. He turns to me in surprise as I force him to look me in the eyes. Marcello, I know you may no longer remember who I am, but there's two things you absolutely must know. First, that man is not who he appears to be. And second, ti amo. Marcello stares at me incredulously, and his face contorts as if trying desperately to understand something, before Valentino's agonizing groan breaks his concentration.
Valenti. Worthless vermin. Do not touch me!
Marcello's eyes widen as Valentino's venomous eyes begin to glow a faint red. I look down at the Heartseeker in my hand to catch a faint wisp of red smoke trailing out of the end. I should have ended your miserable existence years ago, like I did to your father.
What? Valentino, just what the hell are you saying?
Suddenly, the red glow flickers out, and Valentino vehemently shakes his head, almost as if returning to normal.
Mi signore, I don't know what has come over me. Don't listen to my foolish word. Ah! You imbecile, it was me. I was the one behind it all. For years I have been planning the demise of the Red Dragons.
Marcello and I step back as a red light envelops Valentino fully.
You coward, fool! You've spent all of this time looking for a trail to follow, hunting for your father's murderer when you failed to look right next to you. Valentino, why? You were family to us. My father, he loved you, respected you, trusted you with his life. Why would you? Your father was a fool and a coward. With the amount of power, skill, and money he held, he could have easily toppled the Black Lions ages ago. No, the entire modern world should he so have wished. And he did wish for it. He was on the verge of it. But no, he met a woman, bore a son, and everything about the man I respected the most in the world changed.
he began to speak of pathetic peace and flimsy ideals of school justice. Can you believe it? A man whose job is killing for a living, believing in justice? A man who was molded and created by war, upholding peace? All for what? The sake of a snot-nosed brat and a pathetic woman? What a useless, utter fool he turned out to be. I growl as I ball my hands into fists and I attempt to lunge at Valentino, but Marcello holds me back. I can't make out his expression as he listens to Valentino go on.
Valentino, so it was you who killed my father and everyone else aboard that ship that night? It was you who fed me lies and brought me to this town and turned the Lions and Sergio against me? It was you who started this meaningless war and ended so many innocent lives in the process? Answer me, Valentino.
Ha! But of course it was me, Cretino. And oh, how easy you made it for me, trusting in my every word, in my every judgment, like a broken man clinging to hope. I waited all these years for this moment to finally happen. I waited to fulfill and to do what your father and you could not do. Both the red dragons and the black lions will kneel at my feet, and then the world shall cower before me and me alone. I will be the most powerful man in... Before Valentino can finish his sentence, Marcello swings a punch that sends a slight tremor into the ground. I watch as Valentino, now unconscious and with a bleeding, broken face, falls to the ground and stops moving. A few silent, intense moments pass by, before Sergio slowly walks over to us as he shoots me a look. He then turns to Valentino.
So, the real snake finally showed its fangs.
But instead of a reply, Marcello just falls to the floor, and I rush over to him. He closes his eyes as he looks down at his bloodied hand.
Father, mother, everyone. I can't believe I let this happen.
Marcello, please look at me. Without even giving him another second, I turn his face with my hands and lock my lips onto his in an emotional kiss. After a few seconds, I part away with tears falling from my cheeks as I look into his heartbroken eyes. I cup his face in my hands and rest my forehead against his. Marcello, please, listen to me. This isn't your fault. None of this is your fault. You saved me. You saved Tito. You saved everyone. You saved countless of lives throughout this entire town. Marcello stares at me with a solemn expression, but his eyes never stray from me. I cup his cheek as he lets me place another kiss on his lips. You're amazing. You're my hero, so please, don't try to bear this weight alone. Share your burden with me.
And with me.
Marcello and I look up at Sergio as he stares at Marcello with a sincere expression. Suddenly, he extends a hand out towards Marcello as a small smile escapes his lips.
Many moons ago, you found me lying on a street, and you gave me a family. You gave me a brother. You built up an orphan who had nothing, came from nothing, and who was nothing, into someone. Allow me to return the favor now. Let me bear the weight that life has given you, as you helped me bear mine. And besides,
If I recall correctly, I believe we made a promise to protect everyone, didn't we?
Big brother.
At his words, Marcello cracks a small smile as he glances up at Sergio.
Haven't heard that one in a while. Yeah, well, I ain't saying it again.
My heart lights up as Marcello takes Sergio's hand as he helps him up. The two men stare at each other for a few moments before slowly nodding. A relieved tear falls from my eye as they shake hands in a firm handshake.
Alla pace. Alla pace.
Even though the words they speak are in another language, I can clearly understand the feelings they convey. Suddenly, another helicopter flies over us in the direction of the harbor. Sergio's phone begins to ring and he shoots Marcello a knowing look.
I hate to cut the happy ending short, but Marcello, we have to go. The fighting is still going on overseas and people still think you're out of the picture. Come on, brother. We got a war to end and people to protect.
Marcello nods as Sergio motions towards his men. Two of the lackeys grab Valentino and drag him towards the vehicle they arrived in. Sergio begins to walk off and Marcello moves to follow him when I run to catch up to them. Wait, I'm going too. I can...
No, you're not.
What? Sergio stares at Marcello for a few moments before turning to face me.
I'm sorry, Kay, but he's right on this. The place we're going is the farthest thing from safe right now. It's best if you stay here and wait until this all boils over. It's in our hands now, so leave it to us. And thank you for everything you've done, for both the Red Dragons and the Black Lions. We will always be in your debt.
I watch as the two men before me exchange looks before Sergio continues towards the car.
I'll be in the car.
Sergio leaves and Marcello turns around to face me. I can't help but smile sadly as I look up at him. You don't remember me at all, do you?
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I'm really glad I met you, Marcello.
Thank you. Truly. Thank you for everything you've done. Even though I can't remember much, I'm sure it was a great deal. Take care of yourself.
Kay. My name is Kay.
It's a beautiful name. I'll never forget it again. I swear it.
Tears begin flowing down my cheeks as my strong facade begins to waver upon hearing him say those words. Marcello reaches over sadly to wipe one away. His touch is warm and gentle and makes my heart ache.
Kay, I'm sorry.
I shake my head as I force a smile and grab his hand. Don't be. Now go. You have people to protect, remember?
And yet I can't shake the feeling I'm not protecting the most important one.
Sorry, did you say something?
No, I'm leaving now. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, I definitely will. Marcello makes his way towards the car and opens the door. Just as he's about to enter, he turns to look at me one last time, and I wave and smile, pretending my heart isn't tearing itself apart as I watch him get into the car and drive off. Several moments later, the car quickly drives off, until I can no longer see him on the horizon. Aren't we forgetting someone? Oh well. 6 months later. I let out a joyous smile as I stare at my official transcripts, signed and approved by my academic advisor. Well, it's official now. I finally did it. You're now talking to an official student of the Criminal Justice Studies program. Signed and approved. So... Wait, I think this is wrong.
So, what now? Are you gonna be like a sexy policewoman like in the spy movies? Or maybe a secret agent? Dun dun dun! Philia will be a cool sidekick!
I can't help but laugh as Philia stands up on the table and waves her little wand around as if it were a sniper gun. Well, I don't know exactly what I want to specialize in yet, but there's a whole world of possibilities. That secret agent one sounds pretty cool though, right?
Totally cool! Can we have a secret code name too? Mine will be Sticks. Like, you know, mozzarella sticks? I'm a genius!
Sure you are. Just as I giggle and Philia opens her beak to complain, I hear a loud gasp and a yell coming from in front of us. I watch as a man runs away with a large bag in his hand and a passerby points at him.
Someone help! Stop that thief! He stole that poor old woman's bag!
Without thinking twice, I immediately set off after him. I huff as I dust off my hands, smirking smugly at the thief who is knelt over in pain from a nice martial arts kick to the groin. That should teach you a lesson, you jerk. Don't go stealing from little old ladies. I watch as a pair of police officers approach us and apprehend him while thanking me. I turn around and stare at the odd-looking bag before I pick it up. Wait a minute, this bag seems kinda familiar? Just as I examine it, a familiar voice draws my attention. Why, thank you, dear child. Oh, I wouldn't know what I'd do if I lost this bag of tricks and... Oh! Why, heavens, it's you again, dearie. My, someone sure has an affinity for running into this sort of situation. I thought I recognized the bag from somewhere. Oh, thank you, my child. That's the second time you saved me. You're truly a remarkable young lady, aren't you? I must be very lucky to keep crossing paths with someone so special. Oh, however can I repay you, my dear? No need to repay me at all. I'm just doing what I can to help. Here's your bag. Oh no, I insist. I would have been in a lot of trouble if it wasn't for your help today. Tell me, what do you wish? I merely shake my head and smile as I gently grab the witch's hand in my own. She stares at me, surprised. No, it's not necessary. You've already given me enough happiness to last me a lifetime. Truly. Your thanks and knowing I was able to help you, even just a little bit, is more than enough for me now. I have to go now, but take care of yourself, okay? Without another word, I hand her the bag and continue walking off in my original direction. Enough to last you a lifetime, man. By the way, I don't think it's legal to just kick down a thief if you're not police yourself. But okay. A few days later. I can't help but sigh as I hang up the phone. Philia tilts her head as she watches me cross out another company's name out of a notebook.
Another no thanks? We filled the position already?
Not even. These guys sounded like they didn't even want the position filled. Oh well, on to the next one. I glare angrily at Philia as she plops 3 of the macarons I ordered into her mouth at once. Philia, stop eating all of them. I want some too.
Sorry, master. No can do. They're too delicious.
Philia, come back here. I told you to stop being a public nuisance, didn't I?
Excuse me, is the seat taken?
Oh, sorry. No, it's not.
Good. I'd be worried if it was.
My eyes widen as I turn around to see a smiling Marcello. I stare at him for a few moments before I rub my eyes and look up again. Sure enough, he's still there. He chuckles bemusedly as he takes a seat in front of me.
What's wrong, Pinks? Not happy to see me?
Marcello, what are you doing here?
What are you talking about? Didn't think I'd just bail out on my end of the bargain, did you?
My eyes widen as he takes out a check from his pocket and hands it to me. My eyes widen at the realization. But wait, this is... Do you remember? Marcello lets out a roaring laugh at my puzzled expression as he stands up.
Remember? As if I could ever forget about you. And those damn banshee-like screams.
What?
Haha, see? There's one now.
My heart tugs in my chest as I look up at Marcello's breathtaking smile. Marcello, do you...
Come on, this isn't the place for this.
What? Wait. Marcello suddenly grabs my hand and leaves a few $100 bills on the table before he pulls me outside. He turns to a nearby waiter and smiles.
Keep the change.
I'm having a déjà vu here. I'm struggling to catch up with Marcello until we finally stop at a familiar park. Marcello, wait!
Oh, come on, Pinks. You weren't even this out of breath when we trained together. Don't tell me you've been slacking on your regime.
My eyes widen as I turn to Marcello, yet he only beams an amused smile at me. You do remember. Before I'm given a chance to say anything else, Marcello pulls me towards him and silences me with a deep kiss. I can feel tears well in my eyes as I wrap my arms around him and kiss him back. When we break apart, I look up only to be captivated by his loving gaze. But how? You were...
An idiot, forever letting you go. but I'm not planning on letting it happen again in this lifetime.
I can't help but smile as my heart lights up. I wrap my arms around him and he picks me up and twirls me in the air.
Come on, let's get home. Tito's missed you like crazy, you know?
Home? But...
Oh, yeah, almost forgot. You're still looking for a job, right? I can offer you one.
Marcello reaches into his pocket and drops a shining golden pin of a dragon onto my palm. Marcello? But this is...
I want you to join the Red Dragons as my advisor and my partner.
But I can't possibly be...
Sorry, no buts. I'm not taking anything but yes boss for an answer.
Marcello only grins as he grabs me and lifts me up over his shoulder. I can't help but laugh as he starts walking off despite the people staring at us. Marcello, let me down!
Only if you promise to join the Red Dragons.
Okay. Jeez, you big oaf. I'll join the Red Dragons. Marcello grins as he lets me down. My heart flutters as we pull each other into another kiss. He rests his head on my forehead before I grab his hand and pull him along as I start running.
Whoa, slow down there.
No way! We got bad guys to bust and people to protect, don't we? After all, we're the Red Dragons!
What? Wait, but...
Police? Achievement unlocked, my Red Dragon! Well, wait for it, we will get a little epilogue. Maybe that clears some things up. Oh dear. But yeah, when I said, didn't we forget someone, that was about Tito. Because when all the war broke loose, Philia said she would bring Tito to somewhere he's safe. I assumed she would bring him to the witch, but I don't know. Well, guess it's not important as long as everyone's safe? Question mark. I think these credits are really cute, by the way. Oh dear. Their Kickstarter is still open, by the way, to unlock some further goals with this game, namely a few DLCs and some more extras. Congratulations, you've unlocked the secret ending for Marcello. This gun still makes me laugh. And I would have loved for it to include like a magical girl transformation, but alas. Your story's not over yet. Time to kick some ass. And there's the epilogue. Bullets and kisses. A few years later. My grip on my small, elegant purse tightens as I make my way through the crowd. People in designer dresses and suits mingle all around me, but I pay no attention to any of them as I walk towards a secluded bar towards the back of a lavish nightclub. I take a seat and lean forward to whisper discreetly into the small microphone wired into my earring. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Do you read me, Dragon 1? I hear a bit of static on the receiver, but a voice eventually crackles through.
Roger, we hear you loud and clear, princess.
Hey, that's not my codename and you know it. Be serious here. This is a huge bust for us and we don't want to risk blowing our covers.
Alright. We read you loud and clear, Phoenix 1, and all men are in position.
At this, I suddenly glance around the vicinity of the club. I spot a few familiar red dragon lackeys mixed amongst the crowd before I look over to the booths. Marcello, disguised in a hat and pair of sunglasses, is sitting alone with a drink in hand. When he spots me, he lowers the frames of his shades ever so slightly to flash me a wink. I scoff, shaking my head and looking away. How about you, Lion 1?
I'm by the entrance. Our men are in position as well. And can you guys please stop flirting while on the job? It grosses me out. It grosses you out because you're going to die a lonely, cranky old bastard.
Enough, both of you. Focus.
He started it. Oh, piss off.
I roll my eyes but can't help but smile slightly at the childish banter between two so-called fearsome mafia heads.
True sibling dynamics. Like it.
A waiter passes by with a tray of drinks. I take one and swirl it in my hands as I wait.
Code Black. The target has entered the building. He's making his way towards you now, Phoenix 1. Took him long enough. Alright, people. It's showtime.
I perk up instantly. I watch as a tall figure makes his way towards my booth. The man, dressed in a dark suit with his hair slicked back, stops in front of the table and smiles.
Why, hello there. You must be Miss K, I presume.
That's correct. And you must be Mr. Coronet. Why, I'm so glad you could make it. He extends his hand and I reach out, intending for a shake, but he grabs my hand and places a chaste kiss on it before shooting me a smirk.
Oh, but the pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
He takes a seat across from me and crosses his arms, visibly eyeing me up and down.
I must say, Miss K, that when I received an order for our next major shipment, I didn't expect it to be from someone so demure and especially so beautiful.
I let out a bashful giggle as I gracefully tuck a loose strand of hair behind my ear. Oh, Mr. Coronet, you flatter me too much.
Nonsense, my dear. Nothing you aren't deserving of.
So then you have what I'm looking for? Yes? Mr. Coronet chuckles as he takes a sip of his drink before licking his lips and eyeing me down once again.
Oh, I have everything you might need, my dear. I assure you. But, of course, along with your requested 5 crates full of our finest ivory poached straight from South Asia.
Wonderful. I'm ready to make the payment.
I'm sure you are, but you know, I'd be willing to give you a bit of a discount.
Licking his lips again, Mr. Coronet slowly slides around the table and places his arm around my waist. He smirks devilishly as he brings his face incredibly close to mine.
If you're interested, of course.
I smile as I look down to his hand on my waist before looking back up to beam him a shy smile. Oh, Mr. Coronet, I don't know what to say.
What more needs to be said, my dear? I'm a man and you're a woman. I think the rest is quite clear.
I think you're right. In that case, here's my answer. In one swift motion, I punch the lecherous man in the throat as he falls back on his stool, spilling his drink all over him. Interpol. And now that we have the confession we need, you, Mr. Coronet, are under arrest. Mr. Coronet's eyes widen before he curses and quickly stands up. He knocks a nearby waiter into me as he scrambles to escape, but I quickly recover and lunge forward to kick his legs out from under him. Mr. Coronet tumbles to the ground, but manages to leap up again and make a mad dash towards the exit. Suddenly, a large figure blocks the entrance as Mr. Coronet looks up.
Since you like offers so much, buddy, let me make you one too. Dick or throat? Which do I rip out first for touching my woman?
Before Coronet even has a chance to reach to grab his gun, Marcello's already slammed him face first into the ground. I quickly make my way over to the pair, weaving through the commotion all around as red dragons and black lions move to apprehend goons from the opposing side as well. Marcello looks up from the suspect and smirks as I approach. I grin smugly before taking out a radio receiver from my belt and talking into it. We got him. I'll let you guys take it from here. Red Dragon's out. Later that night.
Babe, are you sure you're okay?
I look up from my paperwork for the umpteenth time as Marcello eyes me while leaning on the bookshelf in the corner of the office. His arms are crossed as he furrows his eyebrows. For the last time, yes. The higher-ups had no problem with me contracting you guys out for this mission.
You know that's not what I meant.
I sigh, exasperated. I put my papers down and get up, walking out from behind the desk to make my way towards him. Marcello, it was just an arm around my waist. Marcello interrupts me with a scoff as he grits his teeth.
Listen here, just because you graduated top of your class and landed a hotshot position with Interpol doesn't mean you're allowed to throw yourself at the enemy.
It was just an arm around my waist. And in case you missed it, I decked him in the throat for it. At this point, I'm standing right in front of my boyfriend. He turns his face away, almost in a pout, so I reach up to peck him on the cheek. He still shows no reaction. I smile, amused. You know, for such a big, strong guy, you're pretty cute when you're jealous.
I'm not jealous. Okay, well, can you blame me? I don't like other men touching what's mine and mine alone.
In an instant, the mood shifts completely. Marcello takes a step closer, eyes dark and brooding, as he reaches out to gently brush a strand of hair away from my eyes. His hand trades down to my waist, and suddenly I find our positions reversed, as he turns me and pins me against the bookshelf. Our bodies are molded against one another as I reach up to wrap my arms around his neck and pull him into a deep kiss. We kiss passionately for what feels like forever before we break apart, and Marcello's lips immediately find their way to my neck. He sucks and nips at my skin hungrily, leaving a hot trail of red marks in his wake, signaling to the world that I'm his, and his alone. I stifle back a moan when I feel his rough hand teasing at the hem of my blouse, before slipping under and... Suddenly, the door bursts open.
Hey, Kay, I heard you're back from your mission. How'd it go?
Marcello and I jump apart at once, quickly trying to fix our disheveled appearances as we clear our throats.
Hi, Tito. I was just doing some paperwork and...
I'm paperwork.
Marcello! Tito rolls his eyes at the two of us and crosses his arms as he heads back towards the door.
I'm not a kid anymore. I get it, okay? I'm glad you two are safe, but I'll leave your lovebirds alone now.
Wait, Tito? I reach my hand out desperately, but Tito has already disappeared behind the door, which closes with a click. A few seconds pass before I turn and bury my face in my hands.
Oh my god.
He knows. Our sweet, innocent baby has been tainted. But Marcello just lets out a bellowing laugh as he wraps me in his arms.
You're overreacting, babe. Like Tito said, he's not a kid anymore.
But still... Marcello laughs again as he kisses my forehead. I pout, but relax into his embrace. We stay like that for a few moments before I feel a sneaky hand begin to make its way downwards. I shoot Marcello a look, but he just smirks in return.
Now, where were we?
Paperwork.
Right. Paperwork.
Just as our lips lock together again...
Boss, Kay, we got a new lead. Oh, to hell with this. I quit, damn it.
I can't help but laugh loudly as Marcello throws papers into the air in frustration. I plant a small kiss on his lips before grabbing his hand and zooming towards the door.
Duty calls, Mr. Dragon. Now let's go kick some ass.
As we run hand in hand down the manor's halls, a full moon shines brightly in the night sky, basking all in its light. A familiar cackle is heard alongside us as a figure on a broom flies high across the starry sky. As I look towards the man I love, I can't help but smile, knowing the bond we formed roars louder than that of a mighty scarlet-colored dragon ruling over the skies. Whether it's a typhoon of bullets or enemies on all sides, he's got my back and I've got his. And together, there's nothing that can stand against us. After all, our adventure has only just begun. Achievement unlocked, back in time, Marcello. Which is what I got for completing all of his navigation in the menu. And now for the first time you can also see the title screen. With this wonderful 3D animation. I've never actually used this before or showed this before because when this game starts it's actually in window mode. It's a bit tricky and yeah, I'm still new to recording, as I said. But yeah, that was everything for Marcello. I will not share or I will not play the other routes in here because I already played them privately. So if you're interested, if you like this, then go play the game yourself. Links are in the description. This game is on itch.io and Steam and I think one other platform. Yeah. What did you think? To be honest, I think this is not my favorite route. I think Enix is my personal favorite. But yeah, all of the routes offer something different. I really like the humor of this game. I'm not super happy with this navigate function here. This is where you can go to the different episodes. So there's no manual save. There's also no skip function, which can be a bit annoying with, yeah, if you want to make a different choice, like in that last chapter, like I showed you last time, you can choose to play the good or bad and immediately after the other. If you don't, you have to click through everything. And that's a bit of a gripe that many people had, but yeah, it's still a minor thing. And this is the studio's first game, so for that I think it's pretty good. I guess one other complaint I had that I noticed especially in this route is that there's still quite a few typos, like missed words, double words. I mean, if you read along, you might have noticed I stumbled over those a few times. I mean, not only over those, but yeah, that threw me off a bit. And I feel like it was kind of the worst in this route. The other ones were pretty much fine. But yeah. This is just a personal pet peeve of mine, really. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I hope you did too. And yeah, if you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more of my Let's Plays in the future, then please consider subscribing. I'm not sure yet what I'll put out next time, if it's gonna be a visual novel as well, if it's gonna be romance or horror, which are the two genres I want to focus on. But yeah, hopefully see you next time. Until then, bye bye!